Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to watch someone who destroyed your life beg for your mercy? Today's story will show you exactly that kind of sweet, karmic justice that makes you believe the universe sometimes gets it right. If you're enjoying this journey of revenge and redemption, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more incredible true-life stories that will leave you speechless. Maya stood in the doorway of what had been her home for 7 years, rain soaking through her thin jacket as Derek tossed her last suitcase onto the wet pavement. The neighbors peeked through their curtains, witnessing her humiliation but doing nothing to help. "I want you gone by the time I get back from work tomorrow," Derek spat, his handsome face twisted with contempt. 7 years wasted on you. No kids, no career, nothing to show for it. Just a waste of space. Maya clutched the small photo album to her chest, the only personal item she'd managed to grab before he started throwing her things out. Everything else she owned was either in the suitcases at her feet or still inside the house she was now banned from entering. "Derek, please," she whispered, her voice breaking. "Where am I supposed to go?" He laughed, the same laugh that had once made her heart flutter but now sent ice through her veins. "Not my problem. Maybe if you'd been more than just a pretty face, you'd have something to fall back on." The irony of his statement made her want to scream. If only he knew. If only he had any idea who she really was beneath the facade she'd maintained for years. "You'll regret this," she said quietly. "The only thing I regret is the day I met you," he replied, slamming the door in her face. Maya stood there for several minutes, rain mingling with her tears, before she finally picked up her suitcases and walked away from the suburban dream home that had become her prison. As she reached the end of the driveway, she pulled out her phone, the one Derek didn't know about, and made a call. "Elise? It's me. It's time." 3 months earlier, Maya had discovered the text messages on Derek's phone. Not just any messages, intimate, detailed plans with her supposed friend Vanessa. Plans that went back nearly 2 years. Plans that included how to convince Maya to sign over her inheritance to joint accounts that Derek controlled. What Derek didn't know, what no one knew except Maya's late grandmother and her lawyer, was that Maya wasn't just some trophy wife with a modest inheritance. She was Maya Reeves, the majority shareholder of Reeves Enterprises, operating under her grandmother's maiden name to live a normal life away from the spotlight and fortune hunters. The same Reeves Enterprises where Derek had worked his way up to vice president of operations over the past 5 years, constantly complaining about the absent owner who inherited the company but never showed her face. Maya had kept her identity secret even from her husband, planning to reveal everything when she felt he truly loved her for herself. Now she realized that day would never come. The morning after being thrown out, Maya checked into the Four Seasons using her real ID and credit cards, ones Derek had never seen. She showered, ordered room service, and made a series of calls that would set her plan in motion. "Ms. Reeves, it's been too long," said Mr. Winters, the company's head of legal affairs. "Are you finally ready to take a more active role in the company?" "More than ready, James. I need you to prepare for an emergency board meeting. And I need complete confidentiality until then." "Of course. May I ask what this is regarding?" Maya's voice turned cold in a way that would have shocked anyone who knew her as Derek's quiet, accommodating wife. "It's time for some corporate restructuring." Derek arrived at Reeves Enterprises feeling particularly good about himself. With Maya gone, he could finally move Vanessa into the house. No more sneaking around, no more pretending. He'd managed to secure most of Maya's inheritance in accounts he controlled, and his position at the company had never been stronger. He was being groomed for the COO position, and rumors suggested the mysterious owner might finally sell the company to the executive team. Life was good. He strode through the office, nodding at subordinates, enjoying the respect his position commanded. His assistant hurried after him, looking nervous. "Sir, there's an emergency board meeting at 10. Your presence is required." Derek frowned. "I wasn't informed." "What's it about?" "I don't know, sir. The directive came directly from legal. Everyone's gathering in the main conference room. Intrigued rather than concerned, Derek made his way to the conference room. Perhaps this was about the potential sale. Maybe today was the day he'd finally meet the elusive owner who had inherited the company but apparently had no interest in running it. The room was already full when he arrived. Every board member, all the VPs, and the entire legal team were present. Derek took his usual seat, nodding to his allies on the board. At exactly 10 o'clock, the doors opened again, and James Winters entered, followed by a woman Derek recognized immediately. His blood ran cold. Maya. But not the Maya he knew. This woman wore a perfectly tailored charcoal suit, her hair swept up in an elegant twist, her makeup flawless and professional. She carried herself with the confidence of someone who owned every room she entered. Because she did. "Good morning," she said, her voice clear and commanding. "For those who don't know me, I'm Maya Reeves, majority shareholder and owner of Reeves Enterprises." The room erupted in murmurs of surprise. Derek felt the floor drop from beneath him. "Some of you have wondered why I've remained in the background all these years. The truth is, I wanted to understand how this company operated from the ground up, without the bias that comes with power and position." Her eyes found Derek's, and he saw nothing of the woman who had begged in the rain just yesterday. "Unfortunately, my experiment has uncovered some disturbing issues that need immediate attention." For the next hour, Maya methodically outlined evidence of financial improprieties, policy violations, and ethical breaches, all tied directly to Derek and his closest allies in the company. She had documentation, witnesses, and irrefutable proof. Derek sat frozen, unable to speak or defend himself as his career and reputation disintegrated before his eyes. When Maya finally opened the floor for questions, the first came from a board member who had always supported Derek. "Why now, Ms. Reeves? If you've been aware of these issues, why wait until today?" Maya's smile was razor-sharp. "An excellent question. Sometimes you need to give people enough rope to hang themselves. Yesterday, I finally had enough." Her eyes locked with Derek's again, and in that moment, he understood. She knew about Vanessa. She knew about the accounts. She knew everything. "I'll be taking a direct role in operations moving forward," Maya continued. "Which necessitates some immediate staffing changes." By noon, Derek and 3 other executives had been escorted from the building by security, their access revoked, their company vehicles and devices confiscated. Derek stood on the sidewalk outside the towering office building, holding a cardboard box containing the few personal items from his desk. His phone buzzed with a text from Vanessa. "Is it true? Did you really not know who she was?" Before he could respond, another text came through. "Don't come to the house. I'm not getting involved in this mess." Derek stared at his phone in disbelief. Just like that, Vanessa was gone too. His phone buzzed again. This time, it was an email notification from his bank. His accounts, including the joint ones containing what he thought was Maya's inheritance, had been frozen pending investigation for fraud. As the reality of his situation sank in, a sleek black car pulled up to the curb beside him. The window lowered, revealing Maya in the back seat. "How does it feel," she asked quietly, "to have nothing?" Derek's face flushed with anger and humiliation. "You planned this. You lied to me for years." "I never lied. I just never corrected your assumptions. There's a difference." Her expression softened slightly. "I loved you, Derek. I would have given you everything freely if you just loved me back." Before he could respond, she pressed a button and the window glided up, cutting him off. The car pulled away, leaving Derek alone on the sidewalk with nothing but a box of worthless mementos and the dawning realization of everything he had lost. In the months that followed, Maya transformed both her life and Reeves Enterprises. The company flourished under her direct leadership, implementing new policies that emphasized ethical business practices and employee welfare. She sold the house she had shared with Derek and moved into a penthouse overlooking the city. Derek, meanwhile, discovered that his reputation had been thoroughly destroyed. No company in the industry would touch him. The financial fraud investigation froze most of his assets. Vanessa had completely disappeared from his life once she realized he had no money or power to offer. 6 months after the board meeting that had changed everything, Maya was working late in her office when her assistant announced an unexpected visitor. "Mr. Harrison is here to see you. He doesn't have an appointment." Maya knew this day would come eventually. "Send him in." Derek entered her office looking nothing like the confident executive he'd once been. His expensive suit had been replaced by worn jeans and a faded polo shirt. He'd lost weight, and dark circles shadowed his eyes. "Maya," he said, his voice hoarse. "Thank you for seeing me." She gestured to the chair across from her desk. "What can I do for you, Derek?" He sat down heavily. "I've been trying to find work for months. Nobody will hire me. The fraud investigation has taken everything." "That tends to happen when you attempt to steal someone else's inheritance," Maya replied coolly. "I know." He looked down at his hands. "I know what I did was unforgivable. To the company and to you. Yet here you are, asking for forgiveness." Derek shook his head. "Not forgiveness. Just mercy. I'm about to be evicted from my apartment. I have nowhere to go." The irony wasn't lost on either of them. Maya studied the man she had once loved with all her heart. The man who had thrown her out in the rain with nothing but a suitcase and the clothes on her back. "There's a position open in our Pittsburgh office," she said finally. "Entry-level, customer service. The pay is modest, but it comes with benefits and a small relocation allowance." Derek's head snapped up, his eyes wide with disbelief. "You'd give me a job? After everything? Not here. Not anywhere near me. And you'll start at the bottom, just like everyone else." Maya leaned forward. "This isn't forgiveness, Derek. This is me being better than you were." Tears filled his eyes, genuine tears, perhaps the first honest emotion she'd seen from him in years. "Thank you," he whispered. "I don't deserve it." "No, you don't." Maya stood, signaling the end of the meeting. "The HR director in Pittsburgh will contact you tomorrow with details. Don't make me regret this." After Derek left, Maya walked to the window and looked out at the city lights. She thought about the woman she had been a year ago, desperate for love, willing to make herself smaller to keep a man who didn't deserve her. She thought about the woman she was now, strong, confident, in control of her destiny. The pain Derek had caused would always be part of her story, but it no longer defined her. She had rebuilt herself from the ashes of his betrayal, stronger and wiser than before. As she turned back to her desk, Maya smiled. Sometimes losing everything was the only way to discover just how much you were truly worth.